right. So welcome to our streaming version of our Monday night class. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's just settle into our space. Hopefully you're in a comfortable seated position. Maybe that's on a cushion. Maybe that's just on the floor. Oh, we need to go back upstairs.
No.
And we're just going to come into this moment. We are going to notice the space around us. We're going to notice the floor. We're going to notice our seat. And from our seat, we're going to notice our body, noticing our feet, our legs, moving up the body, noticing the belly, the heart, the shoulders, the neck, the head, noticing how our face feels. And now noticing our breath, just seeing where it is, where we begin. Is it easeful? Is it flowing? Is it kind of shortened tonight as we get close to the holidays? Now let's intentionally bring that breath to the belly. Filling up on the inhale, letting the belly sink on the exhale. Coming into this space. Today we are still in that window just after the winter solstice. From here on, the days are going to get longer by a minute, at least to start with each day, a little bit more daylight. But we're still going to be in the winter season. It is finally here. And this is a season to turn inward, a season to not be doing as much, a season to focus on what's nourishing yourself, to think about what you might need right now and in the upcoming year. Now is the time to think and to dream, to listen to what's in your heart, to set your goals and intentions for the new year. And you don't have to do all of that right now, tonight. We have a whole season to work on this type of thing. Taking a few more deep breaths here, preparing to begin our class. And beginning our movement with our neck circles, dropping one ear to one shoulder, chin to the chest, the other ear to the opposite shoulder. Gently stretching into these muscles. Releasing the tension that is possibly building as we approach the holidays. And bringing the neck back up to center. Shoulder rolls, lifting them up and rolling them down the back 3 times. And up and forward 3 times. Taking our hands, inhaling them up above the head, reaching up nice and long, and rotating the wrists as we bring them down. Letting the hands land on the knees from here, torso circles. Keeping your sits bones grounded where you are. Loosening up the lower back muscles. And and going in the opposite direction. Before coming back up to stillness. Hands on the knees, we're going to inhale the heart forward, looking up. Exhale, rounding the spine and looking down. Inhale the heart forward, look up. Exhale, round the spine. One more time, inhaling the heart forward. Exhale, round. Coming back up to our neutral spine, we're going to inhale the arms up above head. And on the exhale, fold to one side, keeping your sits bones grounded and reaching your fingertips across, finding a nice long extension in the side body. Breathing deeply to the belly and releasing into that side fold. On inhale, we come back up. And exhale to the other side. Again, keep the sits bones grounded and reach across, finding that extension, finding that stretch along the rib cage. Breathing to the belly. On an inhale, we come back up. And we exhale and twist to one side, one hand to the knee, fingertips behind you, spine nice and tall. And with the exhale, we twist a little deeper. Unwinding and bringing our hands up on the inhale. Exhaling to the other side. Again, hand to knee, fingertips behind, nice tall spine, and twist deeper on the exhale. Unwinding, hands can be low, and we're ready to move to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, fingertips spread wide. A flat spine is our tabletop. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, look forward and up. And exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Come back to our tabletop. We're going to do our serpentine motion where we swing our hips in one direction and our shoulders go in the opposite direction, and we move back and forth in the horizontal plane. Bending the elbows so you can really get into this fluid motion in the spine. Coming back to our neutral tabletop, we're going to place one hand centered in front of us. I'm starting with my right hand in the middle. Other hand extends out to the side. We take an inhale. On the exhale, hand scoops underneath the belly and we twist into our thread the needle. You might stay high, or if you have the space, lowering your shoulder to the mat, checking your hips that they remain level, and breathing. Pressing into the hand, coming back up. Shake out that wrist if you need to. Other side, so I have my left hand centered on the floor in front of me. Right hand is extending, taking an inhale, and on the exhale, scooping underneath, twisting, and with the space coming down onto the shoulder. Checking the hips again. Breathing. Pressing into the hand to come back up, finding your tabletop. We're going to extend the right foot back behind us and curl that knee underneath. Hold it here. Extend that foot back. Curl the knee under. One more time, extend it back. Curl the knee under. Alright, now we're going to place that right foot on the outside of the right hand, the edge of the mat. Then the right hand is going to lift up towards the sky, coming into this twist. Hand comes down onto the right knee. Use that for support to lift you up. Right foot goes out to the side. We're coming into our gate pose. So we're going to take the left hand, lifting up and over and folding over the extended leg. Finding a side stretch here. Breathing. On an inhale, we come back up and reach those fingertips down to the opposite side. Right hand comes up and over, and now we are finding a long line of extension from our toes to our fingertips through the side body. On an inhale, we come back up. Bring that right foot back in, so we are now kneeling. Placing the hands at the lower back. You're going to roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in together, press the hips forward, and drop the head back. This back bend. Make sure you can breathe. And on an inhale, lift back up and come down to tabletop again. Now we're going to do the other side. So left foot now is extending back, and then we bend the knee underneath, extend it back, underneath, one more time, extend it back, bring it underneath. Alright, so now we put the left foot on the outside of the left hand, and we are going to twist, lifting that left hand up to the sky. Lower the left hand to the knee, use that to lift yourself up. Left foot goes out to the side. Right hand lifts up, and we fold over the extended left leg. On an inhale, we come back up, and we reach down to the ground on the right side. Stretching the left hand across, palm down, finding that long line of extension from the toes to the fingertips. On an inhale, we come back up. We bring that knee back underneath us. And we find that back bend again. Hands up the low back, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows, hips forward, and drop the head back. On an inhale, we lift up, releasing the hands, and we are going to come to standing. Feet a little more than hip distance apart. We are going to start with some hip circles. And go the opposite direction. And figure eights. And the opposite direction with those figure eights. finding stillness, we're going to take our hands up and interlacing or grabbing each of our elbows. And from here we're going to do what I've called our sunflower circuit, dropping over to one side, bringing the right elbow to right knee, coming forward into our fold, lifting up to left elbow and left knee, lifting up to the side, and coming back up. So we're holding opposite elbows, and we're going to do that direction again, folding to the side, elbow to knee, front fold, left elbow and knee, coming back up. And one more time in this direction, folding to the side, elbow to knee, front fold, elbow to knee, up to the side, and we're back up. And we're going to do it 3 times in the opposite direction. So starting towards the left side, elbow and knee, front, up to the side, and we're up. And again. And last circuit. And reach your arms up high and let them float down to the side. Good. Okay, we are going to work on our shoulders for a moment. We're going to take our hands to the top of our shoulders here, and we're going to rotate our elbows up and out. And go the opposite direction. Going to release our hands down, interlace the fingers behind the back and pull the fists down, dropping the head back. Releasing that. In front of us, taking our hands, clasping the fingers, interlacing the fingers, and we're going to do a figure 8 with the elbows. And the opposite direction. And releasing that. If you have a strap, we're going to grab that now. So my strap is in my right hand. That hand, right. For the purpose of my video, I'm going to come down here, but you're going to remain standing if that's comfortable. So your hand with the strap, my right is standing upright. Left hand comes underneath, elbows touching, and then the hands meet back to back, or twisting around to the front. If you're good here, you are welcome to elevator, meaning we're moving the hands and elbows straight up and down, getting a deeper stretch in the shoulder. As you're standing, you're welcome to shift around, move your legs and hips as much as you're needing to. Alright, we're going to release the hands. The hand holding the strap, the right one, is going to stretch across the body. Left hand helps that shoulder roll down and then pulls that elbow across. All right. The hand with the strap is lifting up above the head, and that strap is falling down the back. The left hand is coming up underneath and grabbing onto the strap. You're working our fingers as close together as we can to the point that they can maybe touch. And the back of the head is upright so that our spine is nice and straight. Releasing the hands, letting the arms come back down. All right, other side. So the left hand now holds the strap, and that is up in front of us. Right hand comes underneath, elbows touch, and then arms lift up. Back, hands back to back or twisted inside. And from here, we can elevator the arms up and down. Releasing the hands, right hand, one with the strap reaches across. Left shoulder gets pulled down and we bring that elbow across. Left arm, one with the strap, lifts up above the head. Strap folds down. Right hand comes up from underneath, grabs onto that strap, and we reach as close as we can, keeping the back of the head up. All right, releasing that, letting the strap come out to this, fall down to the side, and we're going to meet at the top of our mats. Coming into our sun salutations, we start in mountain pose, feet nice and grounded, slight bend in the knees, hips are tucked, booty's not pushed out, hips aren't pushing forward, the tailbone is going straight down. Our core is nice and engaged, our shoulders are open and back, so our heart is forward and the crown is lifted. This is our mountain pose, and from here we begin our sun salutations. Inhaling the arms up above head, we exhale to a forward fold. We inhale up into a half lift, hands resting on the legs, and we exhale into our fold. Plant the hands, step back into a high plank. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, bend the elbows, bring the belly to the earth. Inhale up into a cobra. Tuck the toes, press back into a downward dog. You are welcome to pedal out your feet here. Looking forward, walking forward, finding your half lift. And coming into your fold. Inhaling all the way up, hands above head. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale into a fold. Inhale, lift halfway. You have a flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into a high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the belly to the earth. Inhale up into cobra. Tuck the toes, press back into downward dog. You can still pedal out the feet here, but see if you can start working your heart toward your thighs. Looking forward, walking forward, finding your half lift. Exhale into a fold. Inhale all the way up, hands above head. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, 1 more time. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your belly to the earth. Inhale up into cobra. Tuck the toes, press back into downward dog. See if you can find stillness in this one. Just pressing your heart back towards your thighs. Heels working towards the ground. Looking forward, walking forward, finding your half lift. Exhaling down to a fold. Inhaling all the way up, hands above head. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Good, alright. From here, we are going to find our tree. So I'm going to find balance on my left leg, turning my right knee out. You can rest your heel at your ankle. You can lift it up onto your calf if that feels better for you. Hands can be down or at the heart. Just make sure you're working that knee out to the side. Slight bend in your supporting leg. Alright, I'm going to take my right leg, the knee that's bent, and send it back, coming into a warrior two. Back toes face the long end of the mat. Front knee is at a 90-degree angle with my ankle, and my arms are out. There. You want your arms level. I know in the camera it looks like they're not quite. Turn that front palm, send it back into reverse warrior. Bring that elbow to that front knee. Right hand reaches up and over into extended side angle. On an inhale, we lift back up into warrior two. We straighten that front leg, reach forward and fold into triangle. One hand reaches towards the ground, the other reaches straight up. Our torso is twisted back up over our leg. Core is nice and engaged. With an inhale, we bring that left hand back up and behind us into reverse triangle. And release that arm bent into the front knee. Spin up onto the back toes, coming into a high lunge. And let's just lift the arms and stay here for a moment. Release the arms back down and step forward into mountain. All right, we're going to do the other side. So finding balance on the right leg, spinning the left leg out, tucking that heel either at the ankle or up on the calf. You're never on the knee. Hands down or at the heart. Slight bend in that supporting knee, supporting leg. Alright, the left leg, the one that's bent, is going to come back. Finding warrior two on this side now. Turn that front palm, send it back into reverse warrior. Bring the right elbow to that bent knee. Left hand reaches up and over into extended side angle. Lifting back up to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Reach forward and fold into triangle. One hand reaching down, the other up. Torso pulled back over the legs. Lift that hand up and back. Reverse triangle. Release the arm, bend into the front knee, spin up onto the back toes, And lifting the arms once you find balance in your high lunge. And release the arms and step forward into mountain. All right. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale into a fold. Lift halfway. And fold. Lift the back hands and step back. Down. And come all the way to a seat. We're going to come into bound angle pose. The soles of our feet are together. If you have your cushion, you are welcome to sit on it to elevate your hips. But that is totally optional. And now we're going to fold over our feet. Lifting up. You're going to take one foot, I'm using the right, and send it out to the side so it's long. Bringing the left foot in toward the groin. And from here we're going to forward fold again. You want the toes of your extended leg to be pointing up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, coming back up. We're going to take the left arm and lift it up and over, coming into a side fold over the extended leg. Right arm is to the inside of the leg. If you find your shoulder is kind of creeping forward, you are welcome to take your arm around the back into a wrap. That helps pull it up so that you stay in a side fold alignment. On an inhale, we come back up. Turning the torso to face the extended foot, we are going to fold forward. This is a head to knee pose. If you need to have a slight bend in this knee, that is totally fine. On an inhale, we come back up. Taking the extended foot, we're going to spin it around back towards this hip. And we are going to twist the opposite direction of our feet in this mermaid twist. You can squeeze your right glute to help send you deeper into your twist. Unwinding. That right foot is now going to flip up and come in front of us, toes still pointing up. The bent leg, the left side, that foot is going to come right past the knee, and the front leg is parallel to the top of your mat or straight in front of you. So this is our half fire log pose. If you're familiar with the full expression, you may take that. That's where you have both legs stacked on top of each other. The half expression is totally fine for tonight. Our spine is nice and tall, and we just breathe. All right, the foot on top of our leg is going to continue across the body until it touches the ground. You're welcome to stay in the half expression here, which is scooting so that we have our knees lined up on top of each other as much as possible, and this foot is working its way towards our hip. If you can take the full expression of cow face legs, that means your long foot bends and spins around to the opposite side so that we are keeping our knees as stacked as possible. Opposite feet are by opposite hips. And we sit nice and tall. The half expression is totally fine. We want both sits bones grounded. And we breathe through the sensation that we feel in the hips. Placing the hands a little bit back behind the hips, we lean back to uncross the legs, and we windshield wiper to try to release that tension that we just built up. Alright, other side. Left leg is going out long, right foot comes into the groin, toes of the foot are reaching towards the ceiling. And we take a nice inhale, and on the exhale we forward fold. With an inhale, we come back up. Right hand lifts up and over the extended leg. Left hand to the inside of the leg, and we are finding our side fold. Again, if your shoulder is reaching forward, you can take that wrap. Lifting up. Turning the torso to face the extended leg, we are going to fold forward to head to knee. On an inhale, we come back up. The extended foot is going to swing around towards the left hip, preparing for our mermaid twist. We are going to twist the opposite direction of our feet, and we can squeeze that left glute to send us deeper into our twist. And we unwind. This left foot is now going to come out long in front of us, toes still pointing to the ceiling. The right foot is going to lift up and sit just past the knee. Bottom of the leg is parallel to the top of the mat or straight in front of you. This is our half fire log pose. If you are comfortable with, you may take the full expression, where the legs are stacked on top of each other as best they can. Half expression is totally fine. We sit with a nice tall spine. Right, this top right foot is going to continue across the body till it reaches the ground. We're stacking the knees and bringing that foot as close to the left hip as possible. If you want to stay in the half expression, that is fine. If you'd like, you can take the full expression, bringing your left leg bent underneath, feet reaching towards the opposite hips, knees stacked as best they can. Both hips firmly grounded, sits bones grounded, and we sit nice and tall. Notice the sensation, and we breathe through it. Placing the hands behind the hips, leaning back, uncrossing the legs, and windshield wiper. All right. So we are going to make our way onto our backs. Keep the strap handy. And we are going to start by hugging our knees to our heart. And then send the legs out long. Reach the arms up overhead and full body stretch. And release that tension. All right, with arms still extended, we are going to tap, tap, tap the feet over to one side. And bring the hands in that same direction, coming into a crescent shape. Breathing into the stretched side body. And tap, tap, tapping all the way through center to the other side. And tapping back to center, bringing the arms back down. Right, bending the knees, coming into a happy baby, grabbing your ankles, grabbing the bottoms of your feet. You can rock side to side if you'd like to give your lower back a massage. And release your feet. Let them find the ground. Alright, we're going to grab our strap. And we want to hold it one side in each hand. We're going to take the right foot, place the strap over the balls of the feet, and lift the leg straight up in the air. Left leg goes out long on the ground. You don't need to worry about keeping that leg active. It can rest. Alright, one hand on each strap. We are going to carefully pull that foot towards our leg. You're looking for a sensation behind the back of the knee, but not to the point that it hurts. And release that pressure. Alright. Put both sides of the strap in your right hand. Left hand goes out to the left side as a counterweight. And we're now going to open our leg to the right side. So we're slowly opening our right leg out towards the ground, keeping tension on the strap, keeping the body grounded on the floor. When you find your edge, move your awareness to your hip muscles. See if you can relax them just a little bit more to find a little more stretch, a little more opening. Make sure you're breathing. On an inhale, we're going to carefully bring that right foot back up. Switch hands. So the left hand now has both sides of the strap. Right arm is now out to the side. And we are going to cross the body and bring the right foot over to the left. The shoulders are staying grounded, but your hips can lift and follow into this twist. On an inhale, lift that right foot back up. Bring both hands to each side of the strap. Bring your left foot up and switch legs. So the right foot is now out long. One hand on each side of the strap, left leg is straight. We're going to gently pull that foot towards our left leg, or left arm towards our face. There's the words. Release that tension. Alright, both sides of the strap go into the left hand. Right arm is on the ground as a counterweight. And we carefully open the left leg towards the side. Once you find your edge, bring your awareness to those left hip muscles. See if you can get them to relax a little bit more. On an inhale, we're going to lift that left leg back up. Switch hands. Left hand is now a counterweight. We're going to cross the body, bringing the left foot down towards the right. Shoulders stay grounded, but our hips follow into this twist. On an inhale, we bring that foot back up. Put the strap one side on each hand. Bring your right foot back up. Both feet are in the strap. With your shoulders on the ground, I want you to reach up, grabbing as high on the strap as you can, so that you just have perfect tension right here, straight legs. And we are just going to hold in this supported legs up the wall. Just breathing to the belly for a couple moments. Bending the knees, releasing the feet from the strap, setting the strap off to the side. At this point, we are going to find our Shavasana. If you have something to use like an eye pillow, you're welcome to grab that real quick. You're just finding your comfortable place on your back or comfortable sitting against something, whatever it is you need for today. Hopefully today's recording will not cut off before we are done, but just in case, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Alright, so for our Shavasana tonight, to begin, we're going to take 3 deep breaths to the belly. Coming into this moment, finding stillness. We are going to do our body scan tonight, where we bring our awareness to each part of the body that I name. We don't need to tense the muscles. We just notice and we move on. Beginning with the right pinky, right ring finger, right middle finger, first finger, thumb, palm of the hand, back of the hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, bicep, tricep, shoulder, right collarbone, left collarbone, left shoulder, tricep, bicep, elbow, forearm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, left thumb, first finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, moving up to the crown of the head, back of the head, nape of the neck, the forehead, the right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, third eye space between the brows, the right eye, left eye, bridge of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, tongue, chin, jaw, throat, the neck, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, upper back, mid back, lower back, the right heart space, left heart space, the rib cage, upper belly, belly button, lower belly, the pelvic bowl, the right hip, right glute, right hamstring, quad, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, the left hip, left glute, hamstring, quad, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the left foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. The left leg and foot together, the right leg and foot together, the right arm and hand together, the left arm and hand together, both legs and feet at once, both arms and hands at once, the right side of the body, the left side of the body, the back of the body, the head, and the whole body at once. From here, you can let your awareness of your body drift away and come back to your breath. That gentle movement in the stillness we have created, this stillness that aligns with this winter season. I invite you to consider what stillness could mean to you if you embraced this season. Stillness of slowing down, stillness of fewer commitments, the stillness of rest. Consider how healthy that could be for you, what an example that could be to those around you. And consider how much energy you could be preparing for when spring does finally come. Consider inviting yourself and your energy into this season. would like to hang out in your Shavasana a little longer, you are welcome to. And if it's time for you to move on with your day, I invite you to take a deep breath. Begin wiggling your fingers and toes, gently rotating your wrists and ankles, slowly bringing that movement back to your body. And when you're ready, rolling to one side and pausing, taking another breath or two in this space between your practice and what comes next for you. And when you're ready, coming up to a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice tonight. I hope it was a beautiful, restful time for you before our holidays. Namaste.